What's going on, nerds? Welcome back to Comic Book Nerd Nation, episode 157. I'm Fox2. We got Pirate,
Hello.
the whole effing Brian,
Hello.
and Topher yet again can't make it on time. Kid's got a fucking problem, if you ask me. Grown ass man, it can't fucking. It's not like the goddamn time changes. The day doesn't change. Nothing changes. Same shit every week, motherfucker. Get your ass here. Record. Simple.
He just has to make.
You don't even have to go. You don't have to get anywhere.
He just has to make it to his couch.
Literally, just turn on your computer. Turn on your computer and record. Like, you don't even have to leave the house. It's pretty impressive to me that you can be late for something like that. But whatever.
Do you think his computer has the same personality and just, oh, look, here he comes?
Oh.
I think it's because he leaves the house. I think it's because he goes to Starbucks, then comes back home, then turns his computer on.
It could be. I don't know. Maybe
He's a Starbucks kind of
maybe
guy.
it actually takes 30 minutes for his computer to turn on.
Maybe he has to sing a jingle before he wakes up, and the jingle's like a half an hour long.
Oh, he's got like a wake up jingle.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
He starts his day with that song.
That could be. I mean, it's got to be
I think
something
we
like
just-
that. Otherwise, there would almost be no excuse for being 30 minutes late every week. I mean,
Maybe there's a mystery, and we just can't solve it, and it'll be a mystery we'll pass down from generation to generation about the mystery of Topher.
it could be it. It's totally possible.
It's like a fucking Sam Squanch.
Sam Squanch. You don't own space. NASA owns space.
Goddamn helicocksuckers.
Welcome, Topher.
Morning.
Theoretically, we could be halfway done with this podcast by now.
It's like 20 after. It's not 30 after.
You know what they say? Hindsight's 20 minutes late.
Did you say he looks like an ass? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I got thrown off by the holiday.
You got
Lost track
thermal?
of days and had no idea it was
Yes,
Saturday.
he forgot that Saturday comes after Friday every week.
I
Because Black
You gotta
Friday,
get down on Friday.
Black Friday is not a good reminder that it's Friday. After all, I mean, I'm just saying.
That's a good reminder how crazy Americans are, and our country's going to burn
Did you
over sales.
Over a $200 TV that's 3 years old.
Did you guys go do any Black Friday shopping at all?
I have never,
Absolutely not.
ever
I
been
did.
in my life, and I
Topher
never
did.
will be.
yeah,
How
we
did it go?
always do. My girlfriend and I always we go over to my mom's house for Thanksgiving dinner and then hang out there, and then whenever we leave there for the night, we normally stop by Best Buy and just pick up a few DVDs or movies and music and shit, whatever. I picked up. I hadn't gotten Deadpool yet on Blu-ray, so I got that for like $8, and I picked up Days of Future Past for $4 because I didn't have that yet either. It's the director's cut, the Rogue cut. So just like a few random movies and shit I'll pick up, and they had some cheap video games, and I never got around to finishing the Arkham games.
Yeah, I never
the
got around
Batman
to
ones.
either.
And then my PS3 broke, so I hadn't been able to play it. Well, they have they released a collection of the two PS3 Arkham games on PS4, remastered and everything, and it was on sale for like $25. So I'm like, fuck it, and I bought that too.
Wasn't there 3 of them on PS4 or PS3?
No.
There was Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, and Arkham City. And there was Dark
Arkham
Knight.
Origins.
Arkham
Origins came out on PS4.
Yeah, Arkham Origins was PS4, I believe.
No, it was Dark
Yeah.
Knight. No, it was Arkham Knight was PS4.
Arkham Knight was. I thought that was the shit. I thought there were only 3. I didn't even know there was a 4th.
Yeah, Arkham.
The fourth one was like
Arkham
a
Asylum,
Black Ops type thing.
Arkham Asylum was the first one.
hmm
Arkham City, then Arkham Origins, then Arkham Knight. But Arkham Origins was in 2013. I believe that came out in. Let me look here. Arkham
No, because I had it for PS3.
Yeah, when Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and Xbox 360.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Huh.
I had all because I have all three of them because Arkham
For
City I bought off
PS3.
Doug, and then Arkham Asylum I borrowed from my nephew, and then Arkham Origins I bought on release, and then I got Arkham Knight when I bought the package for my PS4.
Well, fuck, I bought that so that I didn't have to worry about getting my PS3 fixed and could finally finish them out and play Arkham Knight. But I guess I'm still missing one.
Yeah, you never.
Well, the Origins one is made by like a different company and shit like that,
yeah,
right?
I think that one was the least good of all.
No,
of
that
them.
was the best.
I didn't care for that one that much.
I like that one. That was the best one, I thought.
Hey, Topher, did you get fucking? Yeah,
That
I'm
was
too
a cool
tired.
story,
I
bro.
forgot.
Did I get fucking?
Cool story, bro.
Did you get Starbucks?
Diablo 3.
I already have Diablo 3.
No, that's Pirate that I'm trying to get Diablo 3.
Oh.
And it's
Hey,
on
Pirate, did you
fucking
get
it's on
Diablo
sale
3?
for fucking $30 for the game and the expansion. And he doesn't even have to leave his living room. He's doing it right now.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
He's doing it right now. So you guys go Black Friday shopping every year? Is it like, do you not encounter like a bunch of fucking ridiculous idiots out there?
It's really not that bad. I mean, like, we go to. I mean, it's
The
always
one year
crowded.
that I went, they had fucking police officers stationed at Walmart. It was bad.
Well, I don't go to Walmart because one, Walmart sucks, and two, that's where all the fucking idiots go, and three, I'm sure it's bad there, and that's why I don't go there. Like, fuck Walmart.
So did you
But-
technically call Fox a fucking idiot? Because he just said he went to Walmart and he said only fucking idiots
No,
go
I say
there.
idiots go there on Black Friday.
I think you called him a fucking idiot. Wait, why does Doug look like he's sleeping?
Well,
I'm here.
he went there once, saw it was a madhouse, and didn't go back. So that doesn't make him an idiot. If
No,
he
I almost
continued
got
to go there,
got in a fist fight with people. I will never go back there on Thanksgiving or Black Friday ever.
But I think they
No, I
kind
mean,
of like.
we go there. We go to Best Buy, and then we go to an outlet mall. We go up to the outlet mall after that, and we were out like all night. We didn't get back home till like 7 a.m. But just it was something to do, and it's interesting. But there were never like. Several years ago, it probably used to be worse, but I feel like stores have kind of got this down now. I mean, the doorbuster sales, most of these places you can buy the same shit online, and they're starting to like, instead of offering just a few things to get people to run in there, like at least what Best Buy is doing, they've got these like, like the TVs and whatever and the big ticket items. They'll have the manufacturers make like a holiday version of the product that's like a different item number that like has like they can make it cheaper because it contains like some of like last year's parts and stuff like that, and so they'll make a ton of them and they'll sell those. And so like we didn't line up when they opened. Like I think Best Buy opened at like 5 p.m. on Thursday on Thanksgiving, which is fucking stupid because I think Thanksgiving should be spent at home, and you shouldn't ask your employees to come in and
Yet you're still
run a
you're the
fucking
reason.
store.
You're part of the reason that
No.
they are opening because you
Yeah,
go
sure,
out and
if
support
I-
their business.
If I went there at 5 o'clock, sure. I'm saying they shouldn't open it. If they want to open at midnight, that's fine. Like
So you didn't
after
go out
everybody's
till
done.
midnight.
Yeah, we didn't go out until we left my mom's house.
You left your mom's
For the
house
night.
at midnight.
Actually, we left my mom's house at 2 a.m.
Fair enough. All right.
You know what I line
So
up for?
the doors
every
had
year?
been open for hours at that point, So I mean,
Yeah,
and
they
there was
open now at
still
6.
there was still a little bit of a line. I think we went somewhere once around midnight when they had like a midnight opening, and the line was pretty crazy. And when they opened it, like there were people like kind of running inside, and they were like immediately trying to find whatever the one item they were looking for. But I mean, I've never really seen it be that bad. But then again, I don't line up for hours before the fucking doors open. Like I normally just try and waltz in several hours later and see, okay, are there any good deals on anything left?
I just don't understand the whole like you said, camping out and like lining up in front of stores and stuff. Like, to me, it's ridiculous. Like, if you quantify the whole situation, like, some of these people are camping out overnight in freezing temperatures, wasting their entire Thanksgiving in order to save what, $30, $40? We'll call it $100. If they waited there for 10 hours, that's $10 an hour. Like, that's fucking barely above minimum wage. Go mow a couple lawns. Go shovel some driveways. Go get a part-time job for the season, and you've made more than that amount back. Like, what? That it doesn't equal out mathematically. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Your time is worth more than what you're saving to sit outside in brutal cold temperatures to fucking save a little bit of money on some device that you don't even really need to have.
I got a one-word
fucking
answer
ridiculous.
for all of this.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
No, it's America.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I don't have the emphasis to put in America right now.
I just I don't get it. I honestly don't understand. I know I busted your chops there for a minute, but I agree with what Topher said. I don't think that companies should open and force their employees to work. Now, I understand that there are some employees who would probably prefer to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know those
employees the hours.
I know that's a fine line. Like, you know, do you open and just, like, do you base whether or not to open on whether or not you have the employees that are willing to do it? Because, you know, some people want the extra money because you can make more money working on a holiday. Some people have different religions that don't allow them. Yeah, that don't celebrate Thanksgiving whatsoever. So for them, it's just another fucking day. So who cares? Why are we off?
Thanksgiving.
You know, so when you look
Thanksgiving
at
isn't a
those,
religious holiday.
No, but like
Native Americans probably don't celebrate that shit.
I'm gonna guess that
Of course
that's
they don't,
probably
'cause then we killed them.
100% correct. I would imagine Mormons. Do Mormons celebrate Thanksgiving?
Vegetarians probably don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
No, they
what's
do. I have a
what's
friend
Tofu turkeys.
what's the religion that goes around and tries to sell itself door to door?
Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah,
Mormon.
Yeah, oh god.
I'm sure they probably don't do it either.
I don't think that's
I would
true.
join them.
Because it's not.
I would join them if I.
They don't celebrate their birthdays.
Yeah,
It's not a religious holiday. It's an American holiday. It's an American colonialist holiday. So sure, that I can get that there might not be Native Americans who celebrate it, but
Well, Jehovah's Witnesses don't even celebrate their birthdays. So they wouldn't
Jehovah's
celebrate
Witness does not celebrate national or religious holidays or birthdays. The only day they do memorialize is Jesus Christ's death around the time of Easter and Passover. So they do
That's
not.
fucked
They
up.
do not recognize Thanksgiving.
So they're just like, hey, let's recognize this guy dying, and that's
Okay.
about it.
okay, but because they don't do any holidays.
They don't do
okay,
any
I'll,
of them.
yeah,
It's
I'll,
not
I'll
just.
buy that.
It's not just that one. It's all.
I was thinking I was trying to think of a religion that for some reason would have a problem specifically with Thanksgiving. I'm like, what?
I would
okay.
imagine that Islam probably does not celebrate Thanksgiving either.
No, they do.
They do.
Yeah, they
If
do.
they're Muslim
If
Americans,
they're-
I'm
they're
sure they do.
Americans.
Okay, fair enough.
Thankful for blowing everybody up.
Now. There are peaceful Muslims out there. There are a lot of
And
them.
they're thankful for not being blown up by those ones that blow everybody up.
We're heading down a dark path right now.
Yeah.
No, everybody's thankful for something. The bad ones are
the very-
thankful for blowing people up. The good ones are thankful for us, just like there's good Americans and then there's white supremacists.
All right, I'll give you that.
Like
I'll give you that. Okay.
that.
And the white
that's where
supremacists are thankful for no.
burning crosses on everybody's lawns.
Yeah. Topher's treading on thin fucking ice, right now, and he knows it.
Tell me they're not.
Can we?
Very thin ice. Hey, at least the economy's
Well,
doing
so-
good. Better than it. Stock market's better than it's ever been.
Yay, stock market.
Just saying.
We
Well,
should just change our podcast to talk about bullshit in our country.
well, I mean, in all honesty, there hasn't been much news this week, so
Because there's a
It
lot
is
of things
what
we
it
could
is.
talk about there.
yeah.
Hey, did you see this new car that costs more than fucking your life?
What?
Bullshit.
Say
I'm
I'm
what?
just randomly saying shit.
Yeah. Clearly. Although I was at the mall the other day, the one that they just built right up the street, and
Did you sit there
They
and
had
wonder
a-
how they got that SUV inside the mall?
no, they got through the doors. But I was going to talk about the SUV. They had one of the Tesla SUVs in the mall. This thing is ridiculous. They had the doors open, and like the front doors are normal, and then the back wings or the back doors are gull wing doors that open from like the middle of the roof up. It's crazy looking.
Wait.
It's like the front is 2 captain seats, and then the back is 3 captain seats. So it's not even like a bench or anything. It's just like 3 seats right next to one another.
What the hell is this thing?
It's a Tesla SUV.
Hmm.
It's fucking crazy looking. It's so weird.
Teslas are pretty slick. I saw a Model S on the road the other day. I was like, oh damn.
Considering
pretty
it's an
sharp.
electric car, they're pretty badass looking. I don't think I would ever buy one, even if I had the money. I just, at least not current with the current technology. I don't think it's viable if you want to go any kind of real distance. You're still going to be renting a car.
Are they full-blown electric cars,
Yeah.
Teslas?
Yes.
And they're probably like more than fucking all our houses combined, right?
No.
Are they super
No, they're
expensive?
not.
They,
Yeah.
they just released the Tesla. I think it was like the Tesla 3.
The 3 is
And it's
supposed to
like
be the
26,000.
cheaper model. It's
That's-
like, yeah, starts around 25. The Model S is about 65,000. I don't know what the SUV is.
Tesla Roadster is about $101,000.
Yeah, if you get the one decked all out, it gets
it's-
up there.
The Model 3 is supposed to be around $35,000.
I know somebody who pre-ordered one of those 3s. They put when they sent the email out I think it was last March or something like that. Or maybe the March before. I can't remember. I think was it last Beer Fest that we went to?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. Because they paid $1,000 and they got one on
see,
pre-order.
like, they're talking like the range of these things is between 240 to 310 miles. So like if you want to do any kind of like real far driving, like it's not an option.
I mean, you could pack a generator with you.
I guess.
That's like
I mean,
stick like
because that wouldn't be a pain in the ass to have to pull over on the side of the road and let your car charge for the next hour and a half or some shit.
I mean, or you could pull over to an IKEA. There's a fucking everywhere.
Stop at a recharge station.
And how many of those are around here?
What,
Well,
IKEAs?
I guess.
There's one in
recharge station.
You can go to IKEA. They got the little charging stations.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
Okay, but
For
being that
What- the only
IKEA is
thing
only
I-
10 miles down the road, I don't think that's really going to help me.
But there's IKEAs everywhere.
Are there?
There's a lot of fucking
goddamn
IKEAs.
Swedish.
You just have to plan your road trips by,
by making
Or
sure that
routing
you can
yourself
get from one
through
IKEA to the next.
IKEAs across the country.
All I have to say is that I hope all your neighbors don't have electric cars when the apocalypse happens, because then everybody's fucked.
Yeah, I mean that's a good. Did you see the thing that I know we're completely off topic for comic books, but I don't really care. Did you see the newest thing that Tesla has announced or revealed? Like their newest
The roof.
A jetpack?
No, the roof thing.
Yeah. Those are pretty
the
sweet.
solar panel roof. It looks.
There's a
looks
ton of charging
badass.
stations. I just found a map of charging stations, and there's
Are there a lot of
a
them?
dick ton.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, I stand corrected. I guess it's
I mean,
one of
there's
those
not a
things you
whole lot
don't.
in the middle of nowhere, but like along major interstates, they're at regular intervals, and they're all over like major metropolitan areas.
I stand corrected. So maybe
So
it is a good option.
was it South Park that did the hit the San Francisco and the farting.
The who and the
It
what?
Sounds like South Park, but I have no idea.
With driving the electric cars and farting.
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Didn't they
probably.
first do the vehicle where you had to like take a dildo in the ass and in the mouth? Like
Yeah, wasn't it some kind of bike?
it was like a bike where you had
Oh,
to put a
yeah,
dildo in your
the
asshole
bike.
and suck. And then eventually people were like, "Couldn't you just do this without the dildos?" What the fuck? Oh man, yeah. But the new the roof thing, the solar power roof thing looks fucking epic, man. That could be a game changer for sure. If they eventually get the cost down on that, I could honestly see the government being a little upset about that in the long run.
The government totally sucks.
Just because of the fact that you would, other than like internet and television, you could be off the grid completely and still like have electric, without needing to have a generator, as John I'm sure was going to chime in here just shortly.
Yeah. Well, the with the battery thing that you have to buy their house battery, which is like $5,000 or something like that, which isn't much.
I'm sure that's cheap as fuck compared to the roof. I'm sure the
Well,
roof itself probably costs $100,000.
They said the roof. They said the roof
is on fire.
They said it will.
Thinking the same thing.
We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
I was waiting for it.
Burn.
But they said that the roof,
Burn.
once you get all of the tax breaks and all the other stuff you get for having,
Yeah,
a low efficiency, they said it won't cost any more than normal shingles.
really.
Yeah.
I've got shingles.
Shit, I would get. Although a big part of it has to do with like where you live too. Like I don't know how viable that would be here in Ohio. Like
Well, it depends on how many. It really depends on how many electronics you have, and then how many. Like I guess they go by what Chris would probably know this, but like the milliamp hours. So how many milliamp hours you're running in your house.
Hours.
No, it wouldn't be watt. I don't think it'd be amp.
No, it's milliwatt hours. What they
Same,
calculate.
I mean, you can derive the one from the other.
Okay, so like for guitar effects, it's when I power my pedals, it's like milliamp hours. So I would figure out how much that is, how much stores in the battery, and then how much your consumption is.
Get a couple of them fucking batteries.
I think that's a little excessive for pedals, but
Get about
Okay.
3 of them bitches.
I only have like 5 of them, and they're like 100 milliamp
Not
hours
for like
each.
your whole house, but I'm just saying that would be sick. Like if it honestly, if it only costs as much to put those solar panel shingles on your house as regular shingles by the time you got all the rebates and shit, I would honestly consider doing it. Like for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Just think about how much money you would save easily. Like where I'm at with our current electric usage, we're talking like $130 a month probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those batteries only last like 10 years.
Oh, so there's
You'd have to take that in. You'd have to take that
so
into.
there's the catch. So you basically got to save $5,000 in 10 years. Otherwise, it's not. Other than the fact that you're saving the environment and all of that, But I'm sure the price on this stuff's going to come down too. So
I just had an idea.
what's that?
Just plug your fucking solar car into Barry Allen's butthole.
Whose
You have full
butthole?
charge.
Barry Allen.
Well, on that note,
Or you could be like Rush Limbaugh and tweet out last month that solar panels are not sustainable. Millennials may sound good, yes, clean renewable energy, but what do you do when the sun's down at night? What do you do when the clouds obscure the sun? We're not there yet.
I love
Wow.
Rush.
wow.
How did he become a
Special,
politician?
man.
He's not a politician, Brian.
He's a radio. No, he's a radio host.
I thought he used to be a politician too.
No.
I don't think
not,
so.
Not even a little bit.
I'm sure he's
Maybe I'm
probably
thinking
been
of
brought
Gorbachev.
Dalton's, but
Gorbachev. Gorbachev did
Yeah.
used to be a. I don't know.
Aren't they the same person?
No. that being said about Barry Allen's butthole, have you guys caught up on Flash episodes yet?
Yes.
Brian, you are?
Yes.
How good was that last episode?
It wasn't bad. It was the last episode. The only thing I
It
don't like is
wasn't bad.
Megatron.
As what? The Megatron?
Megatron.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. I don't fully understand the direction that they're going to take with. Was it Saboteur? Is that his name?
Salvatore,
I think
Saboteur.
it's Saboteur.
Dolly?
No, it's the
Yes,
it's
kind
the
of.
same name as the Hindu god of motion, but he's the god of the Speed Force. Apparently, this is what he's claiming in the show.
But he looks like Megatron.
But he looks,
right out of Michael Bay.
No, not
Like,
quite.
it's-
But he looks like a mix between like Shredder and Megatron.
Yeah, Michael Bay's Megatron though.
But the way that they're doing the season is really awesome with developing other people's powers other than just Barry Allen. So you've got Cisco Ramon as Vibe now, and he can use his powers a lot. You've got Caitlin Snow is developing into a like good version of Killer Frost, like a not evil version.
Well, semi. She kind of went evil last
She
episode.
she got a little loose, got a little buck wild on it, but that's all right. She didn't kill nobody. She just fucked some people up pretty badly. And then you've got Wally West as Kid Flash, just got his powers.
I wasn't really down with the whole cocoon thing though.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but and then they revealed that Barry's partner was Alchemy the whole time. So that was pretty cool. I'm really enjoying this season. I think this might be
Full Metal Alchemist.
this.
Malfoy.
Yeah. Draco Malfoy is Alchemy. I think this could end up being one of the best seasons, or probably the best season so far of The Flash. Just because it's not like one speedster villain after the next. Although the Saboteur guy is like,
Sabato.
I think there's something more to him because it was like he wasn't like running fast. It was almost like he was teleporting or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, it made it like seem like he was running fast, but for all we know, it could be like other shit. And, like he could just be like
I think it's some kind of technology.
jumping into the Speed Force and instead of running. Yeah, that too, because his suit's like a giant robot.
Yeah, I think it's some kind of technology from some parallel dimension. Like maybe it has something to do with Wells from Earth 17.
There was something, I forgot his whole deal in the comic books, but it's something like, in World, he was a pilot and he didn't get like speed powers right away. He was like sucked into the Speed Force and he stayed there for a little bit, and that's how he's able to jump through time.
The Speed Force just sucked him right off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer in front of me, so I can't really
Fact check.
look up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I was trying, but Savitar is what his name is.
Salvatore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna just sit here and read through that. But anyway, the Flash current season.
Yeah, let's
is
just make
really
up our
good.
own bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that's way more fun. Anyway,
Yeah.
Topher, you can join back in.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, there was that part where, Barry Allen was like, oh, I'm Barry Allen.
So Kevin Feige stated recently in an interview that it was basically an impossibility that we would ever in this lifetime see a Fox Marvel movie crossover.
How do you feel about that, Fox?
I don't know.
Why can't you have a?
Why
can't you cross over with the Marvel Universe?
I don't really care because majority of Fox's films suck, and I don't really want them bringing down the fucking Marvel stuff that's been so good. Like I guess it would be cool if Fox made films that were like even remotely on the same level as what Marvel has done, but it's not even close. It'd be like if Pirate Night decided to make a fucking superhero movie and then went to Marvel Studios and like, yo, let's do a crossover.
Yo,
Like,
let's do this.
They're gonna be like, fuck off. Your
I
movie
think
made
I'd
like
rather
$5.
I think I'd rather see that than the X-Men and Fantastic Four joining the Marvel Universe.
My point exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I would rather after Suicide Squad, I would rather see a DC Marvel crossover movie than a Fox Marvel crossover movie. I think that.
So you want to see like Guardians of the Suicide Squad? Well, that would be a good one. Guardians and Suicide Squad crossing over.
I guess. Yeah. Cool story, bro.
Let's write it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts about this? I'm reaching for news stories, guys. I'm sorry. There's literally nothing that came out this past week. It's just been with the holiday and everything. It's been a slow week.
You know what I think of it? I don't care at this point. I mean, there's so many X-Men characters you're gonna shove right into Marvel. That's a lot of like.
Who
and
is
they
spitting
fucked up.
into a can?
Oh, it's not
John.
me. I thought that was on my head. Why is that coming through? I set that to coming through my headset. Sorry. I'm deleting files.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I'm losing my shit
No,
over here.
it's Pyro.
I apologize to anybody that's listening to this for whatever that noise is that he's sending rattling through your fucking skull.
Hold on. Let me try this again. Hold on.
So when was that quote from Feige? Was that a recent interview?
It was.
Yeah, it was like last week or this week that it came out.
Yeah, it was. It doesn't give me a date of the interview, but
Because I heard there was an interview he did back in the middle of October.
this article was just posted on the 22nd of November.
Dream.
It says it's an This is a quote. It's an impossibility at this juncture. We certainly have enough films to keep us busy for a number of lifetimes.
Oh, they're not wrong there.
So yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to happen. Topher seems
Especially
a
if
little
they-
depressed about it.
I mean, I
Especially
don't.
if they're gonna reboot the X-Men.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
necessarily
they do that every
wanna-
5 years anyway.
I don't necessarily want to. Well, no, not really. I mean, they.
You're like, well, I can't.
No, I mean,
Maybe not
the first,
5 years, but fucking once a decade.
Well, no. When did the first X-Men? That's shit. That's far less often than
2009,
fucking Batman gets a reboot.
Okay, touche. But what about Marvel? We're talking about
Yep.
Marvel.
When was the first X-Men movie? The original
2000.
X-Men movie. When did that come out?
2000, 2001.
And
Which
they
one?
to come out
X-Men First
before-
Class.
No.
No,
X-Men.
X-Men number
no,
one.
the first one.
X-Men.
Oh.
What about that Generation X TV show? I
X-Men
want to see
came
them
out
get
in
together.
2000. X2 was 2003. X-Men Last Stand was 2006. Wolverine Origins was 2009. And then in 2011, 10 years later, they did X-Men First Class.
Which wasn't a reboot; it was a prequel.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a reboot.
Yeah.
That was
prequel.
a fucking reboot, dude.
A requel.
Yeah.
Total requels.
It was a
Recola.
it was a prequel.
And then here we are 5 years later, and they're calling reboot again. So they made it.
They haven't rebooted it yet, and the Logan movie's still due out next year. So
Okay, so
Technically-
they made it
technically-
7 years.
You can't get by and say that wasn't a reboot.
No.
Even though it was defined as a prequel that they used to reboot the franchise.
Yes.
So I'm going to say a reboot that was hidden in a prequel.
a
well,
requel.
but in that same inside Days of Future Past, you had the cast of both movies. participating in the same movie.
Did the storylines carry throughout all of them?
Yes.
So all they did was they came up
like...
with a cheesy way to hide a reboot.
Yes.
It wasn't cheesy. They did an X-Men story involving time travel and changing timelines in alternate universes.
And
That's
happened
like as fucking X-Men as it gets.
Happened to reboot their franchise in the process.
Yes. Also yes.
Okay, so in a traditional reboot...
Look at Topher trying to talk his way out of it. Go on.
No, okay,
Sorry,
look,
Chris. I kind of agree with them.
I'm not saying there are not elements of a reboot there.
And I'm not saying there's not elements of the prequel there.
When you would say elements of a reboot, would you say like 100% of the elements of a reboot, or like 5%?
No, not even close.
No, not 100%.
No, not even. No, not even close. Okay, so in a
the
major
following
reboot,
film, did we have a different Professor Xavier?
Yeah, that's a good point. Did so X-Men Origins Wolverine still fell in line with the rest of the films?
in terms of plot and timeline, sadly, yes. In terms of quality, no. Look, I'm not arguing that they didn't make the characters younger and that they didn't start over some things in the story
retell them
in the way that a reboot would. No, they didn't. They're not really retelling them though. They did a different story. They did Apocalypse. They did, they did not retell the same stories as the first movies, and. And like when you talk about reboots and people rebooting franchises, how much mention of the previous Batman films were there in the new Batman? Like, you didn't have Michael Keaton showing up and like saying, "Yeah, I used to be Batman, but then things changed and blah blah blah." Like, no, like a reboot means you said, "Fuck these films." On a meta level, you said these don't exist anymore. We're making completely new movies and not acknowledging those. They didn't do that. They kept the same timelines. A lot of the story, the plot elements stay the same. They went back and told a prequel movie with younger actors, but everything that they've been doing up until then have been prequels and changed timelines. And you even had Days of Future Past, where all of those actors from both franchises were in a significant portion of the movie. That does not happen in a reboot. I'm sorry. Like, name me one other reboot where you have the cast of both the old franchise and the new franchise in the same fucking movie working towards the same goal.
Star Trek.
It doesn't happen, so you cannot call that a reboot.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. What Star Trek? J.J. Abrams?
Yeah. Star Trek. It's called Star Trek. That's the name of the movie. It's called Star Trek. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Well, there's been a bunch of Star Trek
still
movies.
Still had Leonard Nimoy in it. Just
timeline changing.
And I
totally in there.
Rewrote the whole thing exactly the same thing as what X-Men did. Is a reboot.
And I thought they did a great job with that.
It was a reboot.
It's a requel.
It's Star Trek.
But yeah,
it was a prequel and a reboot in the same sense.
It's just
a requel.
Challenge accepted. Star Trek.
But yeah, that one's pretty much a reboot.
Yeah.
And a prequel in the same film.
Yeah. How about that? Star Trek. Challenge accepted, my friend.
It's not a challenge unless somebody gets hit with the glove first.
Oh,
that's a duel.
Topher, smack yourself in the face with a glove, quick.
White glove. Find it.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off and smack yourself.
On the glove.
Take your hat off and smack yourself in the face.
This motherfucker. I know you have a glove. You have a glove somewhere. You have a gauntlet.
There you go.
I'll put my hand on my sleeve and do it.
There you go. That'll work. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Use the Infinity Gauntlet.
Use the
slap yourself back to reality.
I know you have one of those in arm's reach.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet oven mitt. It's still not in the kitchen, I'm sure, because they recalled it because it's flammable.
Right.
Wow. We have another rumor that we can discuss. John Cena will supposedly be in Thor Ragnarok.
Are you sure we'll be able to see him? Get it?
That's a rehash.
You sure it's not a something.
Did you just reboot my joke?
Are they gonna
I think that was a reboot of the same joke we already had.
they're gonna play his entrance theme when he walks in?
I hope so.
I hope the announcers
Is
are like,
Thor gonna
like
visit
talking about it
WWE
like in the
arena?
arenas, like Sunday, the Incredible Hulk versus John Cena. Brr, 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 brr. Who will walk away the champion?
I really love those fucking videos where they have the little like the picture of John Cena like doing whatever his fucking move is on people when they're like falling down off of like segways and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
You've seen those?
I love the prank calls, like where they call
I
people.
haven't heard those.
Those are great. They're all like they called this one lady and harassed her like 7 times. It was like 5 minutes long worth of calls, and it was like trying to get her to order a pay-per-view event, and it was fucking hilarious.
Wow. So I have a question. I'm going to backtrack and reboot our previous conversation about X-Men. So if they're going to reboot X-Men, why are they bringing X-23 or whatever into the Old Man Logan movie?
Because they need something to do.
Yeah, but that's fucking retarded. Like, you're introducing a brand new character that's a young actress that, like, gives you some staying power within the same storyline to build a franchise around, and then you're going to fucking reboot the whole brand. Like, why would you do that?
Are you sure it's not a prequel?
Why wouldn't they wait? Like, why wouldn't they, like, reboot, start with this movie?
Maybe
like,
because
tell
Hugh
us-
Jackman said he's like, I'm not doing another fucking goddamn movie again as
Yeah, no,
Wolverine.
that's what I'm saying is, like, why don't they, like, cut where they were at, tell a story that's completely separate from all the other bullshit, where he's on his way out and they're introducing this new character. It can be like a bridge to the new stuff, and then here's your new quote unquote Wolverine character. Like, to me, that makes way more sense. Like, if that was the direction that they want to go, like, don't make this a farewell to Logan so much as an introduction to the new Wolverine character, the new X-23.
Because this is supposed to be the future. This Logan movie,
Yeah,
Maybe the
and all the mutants are dead.
Maybe the reboot will have to do with what leads up to this movie. I don't know.
it'll be a in-betweener.
It'll be
God.
kind of a go.
Somebody
We had
somebody
the
screwed up
first
the timeline.
series. We had the first series, and then we went back, and now we'll have a in-betweener movie.
It's kind of like an intermission reboot. It's like
Okay.
it's like a reboot, a reboot to fill the gaps.
Would you call that a
bridge reboot? It's a rebridge.
like an inter slipper? Not quite a boot, but like an inter sneaker.
More like an inter-ugg.
Ah, okay. So it's got the fur.
I don't like
It's got
Uggs.
the
Can we
fur.
like have
Boots
like
with
an
the fur.
Nike?
It's not a full reboot. It's just a boot with fur.
It's just a boot with fur.
Topher is not
Boots with
fucking
the fur.
digging this conversation whatsoever. He's just like sat back and given up entirely. He's like, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
You know,
and
as
your
soon as this
goddamn boots
podcast-
with the
No,
fur."
I had a something I was gonna say or a question I was gonna ask, and then you guys spent so long talking about stupid shit about boots and shit that I fucking completely forgot what it was. At this point now.
He
Must
just
not have-
conceded and fucked this.
Must not
Oh
have been
no!
important.
What I was gonna say was X-23 is gonna be like a young girl in this movie. So
That's exactly what
I mean,
just said.
right, but what I'm saying is, I don't. You know, it's not like they would keep that same actress and continue to do movies with that girl in it.
Why
So
not?
you can.
One for Harry Potter. Only like one of the
Yeah,
most
but-
successful franchises of all time.
But I mean, when's
So
everybody,
it's gonna be
anybody
like
ever
a
done
Harry.
a comic book like movie involving a young
Oh,
girl who just goes around killing things?
That's an awesome idea. Have like a Harry Potter type X-Men movie where the whole movie takes place basically in the X Mansion, and all these silly things happen.
Famous
be
mutants
awesome.
and where to find them.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We could do like Home Alone, where the Juggernaut tries to invade the X Mansion, and X-23 just puts a bunch of like traps around the house.
Yeah.
Oh, she has to still do the paint cans.
Would that be a
downstairs.
reboot, a
Or I'm not
rehash,
accepting it.
or
That'd be a-
just complete rip-off?
No, I was-
rip off.
I was making a joke
That's a
about
rip-off.
Hit Girl and
Yeah,
fuck was
Kick
that
Ass.
movie? Kick Ass. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But
I really like Brian's idea though. Of for real, like that would to me be a really really interesting take on X-Men. Is do it around the Xavier School, do it at like age 10 to 15, 12 to 15, and like have it be about the development of these characters. Have it be about
Yeah.
the classes they're taking to learn and harness their powers and things like that. Like, sure, they have to face, overcome obstacles and enemies and blah blah blah, whatever, and that builds
The
as they
danger
get
room.
older. Exactly like the Harry Potter formula. Like that would be,
Dude,
to
you
me,
could
that would be
rip off-
awesome.
What?
You could rip off the whole Harry Potter film. It could follow
It could just
the
about
5
follow
original
the formula.
X-Men.
Yeah,
the Harry Potter
Iceman,
formula would be
Beast.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, would it-
actually.
Angel,
Fucking super
Jean
dope.
Grey, and Cyclops, and like the whole Voldemort character would be Magneto.
that could be your reboot.
And then
Fox,
And you've got
a
give
whole
us call,
school of-
We'll hook this shit up. We'll tell the whole goddamn story.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the whole like instead of
And
like
teachers, you could even do a younger class and have the teachers
like a new X-Men instead of like the original 5.
Well, that's how they should.
The new
That's how they should do
the
New
New
Mutants.
Mutants movie.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they should do New Mutants, and the
he would
teachers
be
should
the
be like
Voldemort
Storm and
character.
Cyclops, and the Voldemort character would be I don't know.
I would only bite if
Magneto.
Cyclops said single eye Patronus every time he fired his fucking
No,
laser beam out of
I
his
think
face.
that it needs to be.
Wait.
I think that the 5 main characters of X-Men need to be the kids. Otherwise, I
Wouldn't
don't
be-
think it's going to have the selling power. I think that you need to have the
Yeah,
5 main
wouldn't-
kids as the main stars that you're following them on their journey to becoming the X-Men and the teachers at the school and things like that. So I think that the actual teachers that are there helping them are just kind of incidental, just kind of like it is in the Harry Potter movie. It's people maybe that we've never even heard of. Add some characters in. Take some
Wait,
creative
Magneto's
I
hidden
think
a
my-
book like a cursed
I
magical
think my
item
idea
in the
just
school and
hit a wall that's going 60 miles per hour. Because didn't they basically do this in that X-Men Evolution cartoon?
I don't know. I never saw it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh.
But I mean, that's what the X-Men has always been. It's always been a school.
Yeah.
It's always been a team of students who are learning about themselves, about each other, about the
Puberty.
Yeah, pretty much. Like coming of age stories about
How it
people
feels when
who
somebody touches your no spot.
And you
teenagers
accidentally
and young
blast their
adults.
head off with your eye beams.
show me on this X-wing where they touched you.
That's Star Wars.
on an
X-Wing,
X-wing.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What is their plane? What is the X-Men's plane?
The Blackbird.
Yeah. What is their? Is that what it's called as a Blackbird?
It's a Blackbird. It's an SR-71 Blackbird.
I knew that's what it is in real life, but like I thought they had a different name.
No,
for
they call it the Blackbird.
Okay.
Yeah. You just got
Dar
your
Jones.
geek card revoked.
It's programmed.
Yeah.
I did say X-wing like a mother. Like
Boom. Tough
X-Wing.
acting, acting.
show me on the X-wing where it touched you. I don't know.
Show me on this
Meaning.
airplane where it touched you. What?
Of being lonely.
Oh my God! Wow.
Where did that come
I
from?
don't know. On that note, that's about it for this episode. I'm Fox Stew. We got Pirate
X-wing, Blackbird. Show me where it touched you.
and Topher.
So yeah, I'm saying have the young X-23 in that movie, and then people are familiar with the character, and then you can include her in the reboot as an adult, and people are just familiar with the character, even though it's a different timeline.
And the whole Evan Bryan.
I want a reboot today.